Do Israelis still care about justice? That's the title of an op-ed in the New York Times by Etker Keret, an Israeli who went to a specific rally in Tel Aviv. And at this rally, he didn't think there were enough people there, so he writes that that means that Israelis don't care about the horrible, despicable murders of an 18-month-old Arab baby and a 16-year-old woman at the Jerusalem Gay Pride Parade. Because at this specific rally in Tel Aviv, he didn't think there were enough people. That is his indication that Israelis don't care. That's ridiculous. He specifically points his finger at the settlers in Israel and the religious in Israel for not attending this rally. What he neglects to mention is settlers were barred from this specific rally. Naftali Bennett, who leads the party Bayit Yehudi, which represents most of the settlers, wanted to speak and he was barred from speaking. Also, the rally took place towards the end of Shabbat, when Orthodox Jews are not going to drive. But he neglects to mention that there were rallies all over the country, including in the disputed territories. In Gush Etzion, where I lived, there was a joint Arab-Jewish protest. Across the country, Israelis of every political persuasion from left to right are utterly condemning these horrible acts of terrorism. And yet the New York Times, trying to inform the world how Israelis are thinking, chooses this op-ed to write, that Israelis don't care because on one of the hottest days of the year, he didn't feel there were sufficient people at this rally in Tel Aviv. That is absolutely nonsense, and the New York Times should be ashamed of itself for publishing this op-ed rather than the countless talks and articles and sermons that have been published and spoken across this country in utter condemnation of these two despicable crimes. Stand up to the New York Times, write them and say their choice of op-eds is absolutely disgusting. For Honest Reporting, this is Yardain Frankel.